everyone, and welcome to the Intimate Talks interview series. I'm Efros, and our special guest today is Helen Masters, an international renowned intimate apparel expert and a founder of Pudding Lingerie. Hi, Helen. So nice to have you with us today.
Hi, Assi. It's lovely to be here.
So I absolutely love the work you do for intimate apparel industry. I think you marry both sides of the industry, the retail side and the brand side, providing consultancy to both. So it's almost like a matchmaking, right? Made in heaven, because both sides need that connection. They can't live without each other. So you
Correct.
provide that service. So can you tell us a little bit more about Pudding Lingerie, and especially about your amazing Better Bras After Breast Cancer campaign?
Yes, of course. Well, if I tell you about Pudding first, so Pudding started life as a lingerie retailer in the UK. I actually set it up with my husband 20 years ago, my husband at the time, after we both decided that we wanted to move away from our jobs working in banking and find a way of making money that was by making people smile, which you don't always feel like you do when you're working in the banking industry. So we set up Pudding originally as a lingerie retailer, and we were fairly successful. We sort of delivered sales and profits around 3 times the average of our peers, and we were the biggest stockist in the UK for some of the brands we had. So when life changed, my husband and I split up and I moved on, met a new partner and quickly had babies. I knew that my business needed to adapt to my life. And I decided to pivot Pudding into being a lingerie business consultancy to try and help other businesses have the similar sort of success that we'd had. That was 12 years ago. And now we, as you say, we help lingerie businesses all over the world. We work with lingerie departments, lingerie stores, lingerie brands, startups, both retailers and brands. We also work with swimwear and nightwear businesses. And really, we provide the roadmap for success right across all the disciplines in the industry. And as you say, we do connect our clients with the people that we need. We have a global network of retailers and of brands, and we spend a lot of time connecting people together. We now have global partners who we work with to deliver our services in local markets. And really, for me, the goal is still what it always was, and it's quite simple. I've always been in love with the power of lingerie to make a woman look and feel amazing ever since I had my first bra fitting and was inspired to open my own store. And I really want to spread that wow feeling of lingerie across more women. And the way I do that is by helping to create wow lingerie businesses.
I
So
love
the,
that.
yeah, that's for me what it's all about. And kind of that's really where the Better Bras After Breast Cancer campaign came from as well. Because that campaign is dedicated to giving more women that wow feeling of lingerie after they've had breast cancer. Our goal really is to push for real inclusivity for women who, a lot of whom, after having breast cancer, they do feel left out of the lingerie world. And so the way we're doing that really is, first of all, by trying to showcase more of the amazing bra fitters that are already out there offering expert services, encouraging more bra fitters to become specialists, to be trained as expert bra fitters for women after breast cancer. And in that way, widening access, so more women have access to the right bra fitting services they need. But at the same time, we're also trying to raise awareness of some of the great lingerie brands that are already out there providing great products for women. But a lot of women don't know about all of those brands, or maybe don't find it quite easy to access them. So we're trying to connect our followers with the retailers they need, the fitters they need, and the brands they need. We're also trying to work with brands in the industry to adapt their own ranges to offer more choice, and also to signpost existing products that they have, existing bras they have in their mainstream ranges that can actually be worn by women after breast cancer, because a lot of women and a lot of brands and a lot of retailers don't necessarily know what those products are.
Right, absolutely. Oh, such a noble task. Well, since medical field has progressed in for decades now, and so breast cancer is not a like death sentence anymore. Women more and more need this fantastic. I think it's a healing thing to have a
Yeah.
fantastic bra that doesn't look clinical, right?
Yeah. Yes.
To like help you with the journey, because I think like when you get sick, and I did have breast surgery. It was the tumor was benign, but the first thing I wanted after the surgery to get back to normal, wear
Yeah.
nice lingerie that I always wear, so that I don't get reminded about
Yes.
like every day about that. So yeah, I think what you're doing is amazing. So why do you think that still after decades women have
Mm.
issues with finding good bras after breast cancer?
Yeah, it's a good question because the lingerie industry has come a very long way in the 20 years I've been in it. You know, so many, I think, people who previously probably did feel marginalized, you know, so maybe because they were bigger than a D cup, or they were fuller figure, or they were had a very narrow rib cage, they were petite, or maybe if they had breast asymmetry, they were gender non-conforming, they were disabled, you know, all of those people struggled in the past. And I think a lot of those people now have been embraced more into the mainstream and have much more real choice available to them. But if you talk to women who've had breast cancer, they are the one group who don't feel like that. Um, and, you know, many of them want good lingerie, like you say, they want to get back to being themselves and they want to spend money on lingerie. And even if they don't, even if lingerie is just an essential for them rather than something they love, they still deserve better. And I think, you know, there are valid reasons for it, and I don't want to be sort of criticizing people because I've run a business and I know how hard it is, and the reality is it can actually be hard to create a viable commercial business in this space. And also, people worry about getting it wrong. So that's why even bigger companies tend to shy away from it because it is quite difficult to find the right way to approach it and to make a commercial return, which ultimately businesses need to do. Um, so I think that's why, and that's why we're encouraging them to kind of be braver and get involved. And one of the things we're doing beyond just sort of training people is giving both retailers and brands expertise and practical help so that they can get involved without worrying that they're going to get it wrong and in a way that will actually be commercially successful.
Such a good point. It's the fear of them getting it wrong, probably stopping retailers as well.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm pretty sure you've spoken to a lot of women. So what are the real challenges after breast cancer?
Yes, I've spoken to women all over the world, not just since the campaign, but kind of over the last 20 years. And yeah, there's a whole range of experiences out there, and I definitely don't want to be totally negative, because you know, for some women, breast cancer can be caught early, and the treatment and recovery can be, you know, in their words, reasonably straightforward. Um, However, lots of women, and particularly lots of women I've seen, do have a lot of complications, and recovery can be a long journey. And actually, for some women, they can feel like they never really reach recovery, and certainly they have ongoing issues with their body, that kind of never go away. I mean, I know several people who have said that actually after the surgery or the treatment was the worst bit.
Mm.
So quite often people have multiple complications. They need multiple surgeries. They may, for example, have implants put in, and then there are problems with the implants, and the implants need to be removed.
Mhm.
There are, you know, people who have one breast removed and then the cancer comes back in the other breast and they have to have a second mastectomy. So it's not just a simple
Right.
one treatment or surgery and it's done. For a lot of people, it's ongoing. A lot of people are left with after effects, so numbness, scarring, reduced mobility, lymphedema. One of my models who I work very closely with is basically has a permanent feeling of wearing a corset,
Mm.
regardless of whether she's wearing a bra or not, day or
Oh my God.
night, because
Yeah.
of complications from her surgery. And in the UK, we are very lucky. We have an NHS, but of course, their priority is medical, not cosmetic. So some women I know do struggle with the visual effects of surgery on their body longer term. And then, there are different challenges in other countries. I know of women in the US, for example, who don't have insurance and have not been able to afford a prosthesis and are actually wearing socks in their bra to pad out where their breast used to be. So to be honest with you, it can be quite heartbreaking, and I have been reduced to tears on many occasions. And also, I find it frustrating that a lot of women have had poor experiences in stores and with bra fitters, and often in large scale department stores where they've just been treated in a way that is not helpful to them and does not make them feel good. So that for me is why it's so important to sort of shine a light on the people who are doing it well and to give people the tools to do it better. But I do have to say, at the same time, there are plenty of women who do tell me that they get a new lease of life after breast cancer. It focuses them on what's important in life. They love their reconstructed breasts. Sometimes they have a new love of lingerie. And a lot of them tell me that finding a good bra, as you say, is actually a real boost to their feeling of femininity, and it can be a really important step on the road to recovery.
Mhm. Absolutely. So, what do you do to help women get a new lease on life after breast cancer?
Yeah. Okay. So, well, I started the Better Bras After Breast Cancer campaign on my own in October 2024, but I've been very lucky to have some amazing collaborators that have really helped us help more people. So, the first thing I did was establish the Better Bras Bra Fitting Training Academy. Because I wanted to find a way to get more bra fitters trained up to help people in this area. And I wanted to raise the profile of that and give people more than just training, give them real practical help. So I was very lucky to be able to collaborate with Cancer Research UK, who are actually the biggest spender after the US in the world on breast cancer research. And the academy that we run together, all of our trainees come out with a certificate as a qualified expert bra fitter for women after breast cancer, endorsed by Cancer Research UK. We have a Better Bras website page on my website where they are all listed. We showcase them on our social media channels, and we have a number of social media channels where we profile those businesses, and we directly connect bra fitters with women who need them. And I have women contacting me every day asking for help. The other thing then that we do is we give those fitters practical business help. So they get a sample of the Cancer Research UK post-surgery bra, which is a really great entry-priced bra that lots of women can use in recovery, and our trainees get the opportunity to stock it as well. We also give them advice on the range they need to stock and how to do that affordably. And we have a number of Better Bras brands, from sort of emerging brands through to leading brands in post-breast cancer care, who have collaborated with us, and they've given us stock that our trainees can use in the fitting days, so they get to see how the stock works, and they also then get direct connections to those brands, so they can stock those products in their stores. And then the other thing we've done is to really also build a social media platform where we can, as well as showcasing those bra fitters, we are also showcasing the brands that we know will help women. We've got around 700 followers in total across our channels at the moment. They're very engaged. We give them lots of free advice. So we have a Better Bras guide, which we send out to people free of charge. And as I say, we directly connect those women with the brands and the bra fitters they need. And we also review products from the Better Bras brands that we work with. We get real women to review them, to share what they think about them. And that includes sort of standard bras from mainstream brands, so that we can sort of show people, which products they can wear and take away that concern about having to wear a medical garment all the time, because you don't always need that. And I have to say, we've been supported by some amazing brands who've given their stock, some amazing retailers who've supported us at an early stage and seen the value in our training. And obviously Cancer Research UK, who have worked tirelessly to support us. And I'm really happy to have been able to give them 10% of our profits back to Cancer Research UK. So that's kind of pretty much what we do. And there's lots more in the pipeline.
That's amazing. I mean, first of all, you're sort of everything, I feel like. The second, it's amazing that you are working with a medical institution um, to do that, because it is kind of I think both worlds need to be involved in something like this, the lingerie world and medical world, because it's kind of this work is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's, I just absolutely love what you do. Can you
It's a lot of,
share?
I think it's a lot of bringing people together and
Absolutely.
giving people a platform to talk and to share feedback and a platform to show women what options are there for them. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, in the best sense of this world, I think you are working as a matchmaker.
Yes.
Yeah, right? In the
You're
in
right.
the industry. And it's amazing because I think you facilitate these connections, and you research, cons and pros of every aspect of what you're working on, and you try to merge all these different worlds that otherwise would have been disconnected and have been for so many years.
Yes, and I suppose, I have a lot of expertise in this area, but I am in no way the ultimate expert. Yes, what I'm trying to do really is bring those experts together. And you're right, it stems really from what I do every day in my job anyway, which is very much about connecting
Yeah.
people across the world to achieve what they want to achieve in their business and in their lives. Yeah.
So can you share any success stories of your
Yes,
work?
yes, yes. I mean, yes, because as well as the tearful moments, there have been lots of positives. And it isn't all about big projects or investments. I think if you're in the lingerie industry, you can either be part of the problem or you can be part of the solution. And the solution doesn't have to mean kind of wide scale product development or training hundreds of people or buying lots and lots of stock. We can all find ways that are manageable to make a difference. Um, so some of the positives. So if you look at, one of the biggest things that a brands dedicated to women after breast cancer can do to make a difference right now is increase the size range they have available.
Mm.
And that's hard. Don't get me wrong, that can be commercially difficult. But some of the brands we work with, like Anita, Megami, Boost breast forms, are really, really working hard in this area. I've had many, many conversations with the Anita team worldwide, and they are striving so hard to improve size availability in this area, as are other brands. I think if you're a mainstream brand, it can be about putting your head above the parapet and kind of saying, okay, let's look at our range, let's get some independent reviews of our range, and let's see how we can make it work for women after breast cancer. And big brands like Panache and Curvy Kate have proactively given us their stock for our models to review and to give real life feedback on, and they are actively looking at how they can, help those women. Um, and also how we can then, that helps us because we can then signpost their bras that are already there to show women what is suitable for them to wear. I think you've then got brands like other specialist brands like Royce, like Her Bodywear and Anna Ono, who are both brands started by breast cancer survivors who know exactly what was missing and what is needed. They're amazing, amazing women. Brands like Amona and again Anita, and all of them have been very generous in providing their stock for our training courses, and that gives our retailers the chance to really explore what's there, rather than just sticking to the mainstream. And it gives the models an absolute joy of trying on different bras that they never would have had the opportunity to do. I think the other real positive is the retailers. We've trained so far. We've trained 25 retail businesses across the world. Everyone from mobile bra fitters. So we have people like Vanderbra, who was one of our first trainees. She's based just outside London, and she specialises in this area. Leading independents. So in the UK, we have people like Sense, Cat's Eyes, Carvel Lingerie. We have people like Nanaya in Saudi Arabia, supporting Eve in Singapore. And we've also got sort of mainstream department stores like De Gucci and Camp Hobson in the UK, and leading lingerie retailers like Bravissimo, all of whom have done our training. Um, and that's been a real positive. But equally, if you're a retailer, again, you don't have to have your whole staff trained. Sending one bra fitter on a training course to expertly help women in your store can make a difference, and it doesn't cost the earth. And even, something like investing in a small stock of evenly breast balancers, which are an amazing product designed to help the, believe it or not, 38% of women who suffer from breast asymmetry. And breast asymmetry is a big factor after breast cancer. As a retailer, if you invest in that, you can suddenly make infinitely more bras that you've already got in your store work for those women after breast cancer. So it really can be as little as kind of one customer and one bra at a time.
Yeah.
And probably the other thing to say is I'm also quite proud that we've given a voice to breast cancer survivors. And I think that was needed from the women I talk to every day. Our followers, as I say, are normal women who've had breast cancer, all sorts of different scenarios. They all give direct feedback to our fitters, to our brands, to me about what's going on and what's good and what's bad about what's on offer to them. They review products, they share recommendations with each other. And so many have told them that our fitting days have transformed them. And on the last fitting day we had, one lady told me that the experience had been a lifesaver. So for me, those are the positive. That's what it's all about.
Exactly. So if people are inspired to get involved, where can they find you?
So, first of all, follow us on our social media channels. So, Better Bras After Breast Cancer. We are on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, and we have a playlist of our different videos and fittings you can see on YouTube. Visit my website, puddinglingerie.com, and go to the Better Bras After Breast Cancer page where you can read more about it. You can see all of our fitters, you can see our brands, see how to get involved. And from there or from social media, just contact me directly. Whether you're a brand, a retailer, a charity, or a woman who's had breast cancer or knows someone who's had breast cancer, we would love to hear from you and we would love you to get involved. And there's lots of opportunities coming up to get involved. And importantly for me, lots of opportunities to hopefully get some benefit back from your involvement, because it has to be a win-win for everybody. So please do reach out.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I mean, you are doing amazing work in intimate apparel.
Well,
Amazing.
it's not just me, there's lots of people. And thank you, Assi, and thank you for the opportunity to talk about it. I have always really admired what you do. I love your podcast. So this is a very exciting moment for me as well. So thank you.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Can I ask you three parting questions that are a little bit more about you so
Of
people
course.
know you better? So what's one little thing that always makes you smile?
Oh, one little thing that always makes me smile. Certainly seeing my children's faces when they come home from school and they've had a good day, that always makes me smile.
Yes.
And probably the opposite when they've not had a good day.
Right.
And I'm very lucky in that a lot of what I do in my job makes me smile, and that's partly why I do it. Seeing the joy on somebody's face when they find beautiful lingerie makes me smile, and actually putting beautiful lingerie on myself makes me smile. I still have an absolute love and joy for it. So yeah, and also just getting a bit dressed up. Today's quite nice because it's been a makeup day. I've put makeup on for you.
Yes.
That makes me smile because I spend a lot of my time, as a lot of us do these days, on Zoom calls, working remotely. So yeah, getting a bit dressed up and feeling good about myself makes me smile.
Absolutely. I always do the same for all of my interviews, and I even put perfume on.
Yeah,
So, right. Yes, because it's a celebration every time
exactly.
of craftsmanship and people, and yeah, you're right, absolutely. Okay, second question. Tea, champagne, or chocolate? Which feels most like Helen Masters?
Champagne or chocolate?
Tea, champagne,
Oh,
or
sorry,
chocolate?
tea, champagne, or chocolate? Oh gosh, definitely champagne.
All
No
right.
question of that. I mean, obviously, if I could have champagne and chocolates, that would be even better, but definitely champagne.
I love it. Away from the cliche that all British love tea.
No, yes. No, I'm a
Away.
coffee drinker if it comes to it.
I know. I got so obsessed with tea these last 2 years. Absolutely love. I watched all the murder mysteries where British murder mysteries where everybody served tea. So I think I'm more a tea person now than any British person out there. But I love your choice of champagne and chocolate. Amazing. My favorites as well. So if you can escape anywhere for the weekend, where would people find you or not find you?
Oh, yeah,
Right.
what a great question.
Mhm.
If I could actually escape anywhere, it's probably not as exotic as some answers people give you, but I actually absolutely love Spain. I did a French and Spanish degree at university, and as part of that, I lived in Seville for a year. And to this day, I'm just in love. It is one of my favorite places in the entire world. Um, and I love Spain. I love the language. I love the culture, the people, the food, the climate, everything. So if I had the opportunity, yes, I would escape to Spain and I would spend the whole time talking in Spanish and gesticulating and eating tapas and drinking cava, which is obviously their version of champagne.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And thank you so much, Helen, for this fantastic conversation. Love what you do. Wishing you all the best and all your dreams to come true in this
Thank
amazing
you, Essie.
field.
Thank you. And you. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much for the invitation.